First off, I want to preface this video by saying I did record this episode before what you're going to see now, but because the footage was corrupted, which seems to be something that happens a lot, I did have to re-record me playing through, which is why you're going to see all the star coins collected, and so I had to add post-commentary in. So, just a little pre-warning as to anyone wondering why I already have all the star coins. What is going on, everybody? Gaming Magic 13 here, and welcome back to some more the new Super Mario Bros. Wii. You can tell what I've been recording recently, and this is bonus episode number 1 of 2, where we will be taking on the levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the special world, starting off with world 9-1. Now, before we dive into this, I am going to say firsthand this is post-production commentary, because since the special world is so rigorous, I felt that it didn't make any logical sense for me to have live commentary for this, so I figured I'd just add it in post-production. So, let's dive straight into this, tackling World 9-1. Now, while it's not necessary for you to have any special power-ups, I started this level off as Mini Mario, even though I didn't need to. So, if you want to get a power-up, and you're starting off as regular Mario, level 1 Mario, as I typically call it right at the start, you can use the Koopa shell right here to hit the question mark block at this point and get the power up, which if you're level 1 Mario is a mushroom, and if you're level 2 Mario it is an ice flower. However, I just decided to hop over these things right here because if you're Mini Mario you can hop over everything without much consequence, but if you're one of the aforementioned power up versions of Mario, then you are going to have to take some more caution when it comes to jumping. Here's just a few jumping techniques. I almost died there to the Koopa, but I was able to retreat there really quickly. Also, one more thing about Mini Mario, is, if you do not know, is that he can easily hop off of Koopas and things like that, and the only way for him to take out any enemies is by ground pounding them. Now right here, in order to snag this first star coin, ordinarily what you have to do is bounce off of that red Koopa if you're anything other than Mini Mario. But since I was Mini Mario, I could actually just hop off of the green Koopas and snag the star coin. The reason you can't do that as a normal Mario is because if you hit the Koopa, it's going to die, cutting off your chance of snagging the star coin. However, just to prove that it can be done without Mini Mario, here's a clip of me getting it with just regular Mario, or in this case, Ice Mario. I bounce off of the red Koopa here and grab the first star coin. I'm going to continue with this run through here because I actually end up snagging the second star coin as regular Mario. To do that, all you have to do is simply bounce off of one of those green Koopa shells. I sped up the footage here because it took me a long time to hit the bounce off the Koopa shell. But the basic gist of it is that you have to leap off of the green spinning square onto the Koopa Paratrooper on the right or left, as I use here, and then you can reach the star coin floating over there, as I have demonstrated here. Coming up, a Paratrooper will be coming down these steps. Make sure to crouch jump on that first step right there to make sure that the Paratrooper doesn't get you. Beware of these fireballs right here. As you can see, trying to dodge one, I actually ended up taking a hit. But I did inevitably get a Super Mushroom out of it. If you're not level 1 Mario, you will get an Ice Flower out of that, just as a heads up. And since the process of collecting the third star coin is made infinitely easier if you do have an Ice Flower, I did create a little cut there to make sure you guys could see with the Ice Flower what you need to do. What you should try and do is freeze that Piranha Plant, hop on top of it, and then ground pound into it. But if you do not have the Ice Flower, you're just going to have to wait for the right opportunity for the Piranha Plant to go down so that you can head down the pipe yourself. Now right here, the third star coin's on the ledge right there, and you have to wait until the red spinning square is on that angle right there to get a running start and leap off and onto the ledge to make sure you can snag that star coin. It's nearly impossible to hit it on any other angle, and freezing the Paratrooper right there is too risky because then the Paratrooper will almost instantly fall down, which means you will fall down as well. Don't freeze either one of those Piranha Plants there because that'll delay your transition through even further, and there's no way to take them out from there. From here, you can try and freeze these Paratroopers in ice if you don't have the Ice Flower, however, as I just lost there. You can stay back or crouch jump off like we did earlier, and that is this level done.
Mario time!
So now with that level done, we can move on to level 9-2. Once again, you don't really need any special power-ups. I go in with just a Super Mario suit on. It could be helpful to use a fire flower, but as you'll soon see, I didn't really need that to complete the level. Now, our favorite friend, the fish here, is back. I don't remember exactly what his name is, but if you don't know anything about him, he can leap out of the water. If you don't have a fire flower, you can easily use a shell to take him out, but don't worry, he'll come back. These platforms either go up or down with your weight. These ones go down, because logic. And in order to get the first star coin, you just have to stand on one until it lowers yourself down onto the first star coin. And as you can see, as soon as I got the first star coin, our friend the pufferfish came back. Pufferfish? I don't think that's what it's his official name. And while I completely unintentionally meant to do that, freezing the Koopa Troopa and throwing it at the little pufferfish dude actually ended up killing him. And to get the second star coin, you want to float down that pipe and then float instantly into the center of the map to make sure that giant fish doesn't eat you alive. As for number 3, you are going to need some sort of projectile, preferably a Koopa shell, because then you can take out the blocks. Now, luckily, the game gives you both Koopas you need at the end of the level in order to get the third star coin. But that's only useful if you nail them both first try, which I am able to do. And as you previously saw, just freezing the pufferfish doesn't kill him. It freezes him for less than a second, and then he's back to being not frozen again. I'm just kind of skirting through the rest of this level, but with these orange blocks, they kind of float out as you go. They start off as one block, and then they can expand to multiple blocks, and then contract back to regular blocks. You can easily hop on top of them. It's not like they're solid blocks like the grass above me. Anyway, this is where I start to take hits, but you gotta be fast with this. Now with this one shell, I ended up actually using it to take out the pufferfish and not actually using it to break the blocks. But you're given 2 Koopa Troopa shells here to break through the blocks. Now, be it that you're regular Mario or Super Mario, it doesn't matter. You only have to break the bottom 2 blocks. So now we just gotta use this other Koopa shell, use the other shell in the second run through in order to take out this bottom block. Now, since I ended up morphing back to regular Mario here because of my own shell, I ended up accidentally showing how to do it as Super Mario and as regular Mario at the same time. Regular Mario can just kind of slip on through because he's small enough, but if you're Super Mario, you are going to have to slide through, and they ended up sliding through as regular Mario anyway.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Now, as you can see here, I activate a fire flower solely for the purpose of when I activate a question mark block, so I can get myself up to Super Mario status again, because I did not want to waste a super mushroom, because a fire flower is worthless in this level because it does nothing against bullet bills. So what you want to do is you want to use some sort of method to hit this block right here, get an ice flower, and use that to get through the rest of the level, because ice flowers do things, ice balls do things against bullet bills, fire flowers do not. Now, in order to acquire the first star coin, you want to hop down right into this pipe right past this set, right in between these 2 grass blocks. It's where the 2 Koopas are. Remember that. Now, I know this looks very confusing and very complicated, but trust me, it's not. But you have to do this fast. Listen up, because this is going to be very important. The second you hit the P-switch, drop down onto the blue wall on the right, then immediately leap upwards onto the upper green wall, and follow the natural movement down and to the right. Once you hit the ground level, make a beeline to the left so you can slide into the middle room, hop into the green pipe to launch yourself upwards, and snatch the star coin before the blocks close up. An important thing to note here is that the P-switch only appears once per time in the level, so if you don't make it to the star coin this time, you're going to have to try it again on another visit. So, in order to snatch the second star coin, you're going to have to either freeze the bullet bills, which is hard when they're heat-seeking, or bounce off of the bullet bills like I did to get into this green pipe. Now here, the second you get out of the pipe, you're going to hit this block on the right and then hit the P-switch. From there, take a running start and don't stop running. Even if you think you're not going to make a jump, don't worry, because this part of the level is designed so that you don't miss unless you stop. You need to keep on consistently running, then make a last-second triple jump to snag that second star coin. Don't even think about stopping to try and make your jump more precise. I know, I fell for that too. I wanted to make it more precise because I didn't think I was going to make it. But trust me, they designed that part of the level to make sure, to make sure that unless you hesitate, there's no way you can fall. Now with this third star coin, you want to have to get very lucky with one of these king bills, as I did right there. Or not right there, but upcoming here. Because you have to bounce off one of the king bills, preferably the one coming from the left because you have a better chance of success. Bounce off of it right around the middle, and then leap immediately over to the right-hand left platform. From there, it's just a case of patience and waiting for the yellow platform to come, because if I know you're going to want to try and jump as soon as possible. It's your instinct along with mine, but you want to be patient. If you know you're not going to make the jump, then don't. I decided to take some risks there because I was running down to the end of my recording session, and I didn't want to have to deal with the special world any more than I already did. So let's roll right along here with World 9-3 done. Now for this upcoming level, I can't really recommend anything more than a super mushroom, because you don't really need anything more than a super mushroom. The level itself is going to give you everything you need to knock this level out first try. You just need to be Super Mario to get it, because obviously, unless you're Super Mario, you're just going to get a super mushroom from this block. Now, obviously, ice flowers have a huge help in this because it can put out the bombs. Unfortunately, I lost my ice flower almost immediately. Luckily, though, this level is very generous in the amount of ice flowers it gives out. Unfortunately, I once again lost my power-up. This time, it was my super mushroom, because no special world stages have midway points. You are going to have to get lucky in order to snag that hidden block right there, get a super mushroom, then leave down here immediately to get an ice flower. That's if you're a complete fail like me and didn't actually keep either of your two power-ups. Now, this first star coin is nothing. You don't need anything more than some good wall jumping techniques to acquire it. However, I do recommend getting rid of as many of these bombs as possible to simplify the process, perhaps even leaping off of one of the ice blocks so that you can jump off into the blue pipe and then wall jump off of it to snag the first star coin. Star coin number 2 requires insane luck, which is something I just happen to have at this point in time, because obviously this is my second time playing through these first 4 levels of the special world, trial and error kind of thing. I don't know, maybe it's something where you practice, you get better. Be it whatever. I'm going to continue along here. Now, something with this is that the things don't start moving up or down unless there's 2 or more entities on the platforms themselves. For example, this platform right here didn't move until the bomb launched onto it, but the bomb by itself doesn't trigger it, so it's a matter of numbers. And what you want to do there is you want to stand towards the left of this platform so you can easily catch the bombs, and then keep throwing them down onto the star coin so you can snatch them. I had incredible luck there. It usually takes me a lot longer than that to snatch that second star coin, but if you use that strategy, it should be pretty easy to snatch it. As for star coin number 3, you just need to know where it is. Nothing special to it, other than that you need to know where it is. You also have to wait for this bomb to lower so that you can get into the secret pipe itself. And I say secret even though it's not a hidden pipe in the slightest. It's just a pipe that you wouldn't even think to be a hidden entrance pipe. But you do need an ice flower. You're going to need an ice flower in order to acquire this, because you need to jump on there and then head into the secret red pipe in order to snatch the third star coin located directly above the red pipe. Now this pipe doesn't take you anywhere special except a little bit further on into the level, where you can easily end the level right there.
Mario time.
And that's pretty much it for today's episode of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I know it was a bit of a weird one seeing as there wasn't live commentary, but because of the special world, first off, the footage was corrupted, so I need to focus as much as possible. I actually did have live commentary for my first go of episode 17, but it didn't turn out so well. So I went completely silent for episode 18, and then when the episode 17 was corrupted, I figured it was a blessing in disguise for me to try post-commentary with that episode, and I think this went out a lot better. So, I would like to thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy, and let me know what you thought of it in the comments section down below. And if you're new around here, then why not subscribe to stay updated for all content, previous, current, and upcoming. And other than that, guys, I have been Game Master 13, signing off saying I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you all next time, or later today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to be precise, for episode 18, the second bonus episode of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Goodbye!